Hi guys, this is Christy and I wanted to share my skincare routine. I really didn't do much of anything for my skin routine for um, like 10 years for a while, and then I've just kind of like slowly picked up things over time. But mainly the first thing I did for my skincare routine was I stopped wearing makeup. I started exercising and I just stopped like picking at my skin. Like I used to like just poke and just like get all the blackheads out and everything, and just I used to I don't know. I created so much scarring and it just damaged my skin so bad. And I used to just freak out about any zits, and I mean I used to get a lot more zits too, so it was kind of like it went hand in hand. I just used to pick at my skin. I used to like, get every little blackhead out and do all those like Biore pore strips. I used to wash my skin. I used to toner it. I mean, it just like, so I used to wash it and scrub everything off. I used to exfoliate it. I used to throw like toner on it with alcohol and burn it, and just, it was, and then I'd put like little zit treatment spots on my skin, and it was, that was probably the best thing I did for my skin, was to stop all of that, and to exercise, and then to eat a better diet. So I eat a vegan, high carb diet, and I have other videos that talk about what types of foods I eat. I have a what I ate in a day. I have at least one of those. I don't know. There's probably like 10 of them or something, but I have a bunch of those, and that's pretty much the best thing for my skin so far. And then just washing it with water. I don't use soap on my face ever. Maybe once or twice, or if I feel like I need to. I really just like to rinse it off and to let it do its own thing. That's been the best thing for my skin by far. And then I do like to stay hydrated also. I started doing that maybe 5 years ago. I started drinking I think it was along with the vegan diet. I started drinking more water. So I start my day off with a full one of these, a 32 ounce jar, I think. Yeah, I'm sure it says on here somewhere, but anyways, maybe it doesn't. So I start off with a full one of these of just, the freshest water you can get, either filtered water, RO water is really good. If you get deionized water, it's completely stripped of everything, so it can actually leach minerals out of your body. So I go for that, or like spring water, or or filtered water, depending on what type you can get. I don't drink, I try not to drink water from plastic bottles, and I don't drink water from the tap. So pretty much anything else is a better idea. So I start off with one of these, and then today I've been trying to drink more water. So I do usually 2 liters of water a day, or what is that, 64 ounces total. And if I work out, then I find that I usually need more water, so I do like 3 liters to sometimes even 4 liters, depending on how thirsty I am. And lately I've been forgetting. I've been really bad about drinking water, and sometimes at night my nose gets plugged up if I don't have enough water, so then I can't sleep. And yeah, it's really stupid. Like, I don't know why I don't drink enough water sometimes, but I've been good the last like week. I've been staying hydrated, and that is a really, really good thing you can do for your skin. It just helps hydrate yourself from like the inside out. So you can put all the, like, you can do all this like the bath, like spa treatment stuff you want to your skin, but like if it's not healthy from the inside, it's not going to show on the outside. Anyways, I've been doing tea also lately. Here is it's ginger and lemon today. I almost bought some ginger tea at the store, and I realized it was just like dried lemon peel and ginger, and it was really, I had this moment where I realized like, oh, I could just cut up the ginger that I have in my fridge and some lemons, because I always keep lemons on me because I use that on my hair. So I just get this at Costco. I know lemons they were getting kind of expensive, but I just get the non-organic lemons at Costco. because they are not one of the dirty dozen. They don't need to use a lot of pesticides on them. I'd prefer to get organic, like anything, but it's not one of the things that I stress about too much. So it's really good too. I don't know. Oh, I got a little piece of ginger, but ginger is really good for your digestion. So I've been eating more ginger, or trying to eat more ginger, and lemon is supposed to be too. And it just tastes good, and it's a way to like remind me to get more hydrated. And I try to drink tea that I enjoy, like that tastes good without sweeteners. I haven't been using any sugar too. I guess that's probably one of the things that helps my skin. I'm sure it does. Yeah, so before doing all this stuff, I used to have pretty bad acne. It wasn't as bad, like my dermatologist wouldn't let me go on Accutane, so it wasn't like, I didn't have cystic acne. It wasn't, I don't know, I don't know how serious acne can be, but it's not like acne is ever life-threatening or anything, so my acne was not life-threatening. I was okay. And yeah, those things. Drinking a lot of water has helped, and my diet change definitely did, and just not worrying too much about my skin, exercising, and then these are the things that I do to my skin, usually just kind of as needed. I dry brush, and it's mainly to exfoliate. I really like the way it feels, and I don't dry brush, I dry brush until it gets a little bit red, and I usually just do like circular motions, and I think it's helped my skin a little bit with just like exfoliating and stuff, but it's also supposed to help like supposedly it can get rid of wrinkles and cellulite and all sorts of stuff. So I noticed that it kind of makes my skin more glowy after, and I have to make sure to not over dry brush though, because sometimes I dry brush until like you can go too far. Like you don't want to make your skin bleed or anything, and maybe just like a little bit of redness is good. The point is to damage the skin slightly so that it repairs itself and produces the collagen and strengthens it, and it exfoliates. It's a nice thing to do for your skin. So I do that all over my face, everywhere that I can, except for my eyes. I can't dry brush my eyes. That hurts too much. And this is pretty sharp. Like these are really strong bristles. So I like to dry brush my arms when they're dry, and just like in circular motions everywhere. And pretty much head to toe. My legs especially have been dry this winter. So I've been dry brushing my legs a lot lately, because they get kind of, I don't know, just like almost scaly. It's bad. I don't know if it'll show up on the camera, but so those are my legs. Yeah, I dry brush everywhere. I especially like to dry brush this area. Let's see, right here. So lately I've been getting kind of like cellulite on like right where the seat ends, from sitting in the car. And so I've been dry brushing that area, especially in my butt and stuff, because I had like maybe one noticeable little like dimple of cellulite, and now it's turned into like, well, it was getting kind of bad, and I was noticing it, and it's actually gotten a little bit better. So I've been trying to work out too, so couldn't tell you if it's 100% the dry brushing, but it stopped progressing. It stopped getting worse and worse. So I'm happy with that, and I'm definitely going to continue doing the dry brushing. And from there, I usually like to dry brush like after working out sometimes. I try not to dry brush if I've been out in the sun, because you're supposed to let your skin like absorb the vitamin D and stuff. But usually I like to dry brush after working out, and then I shower, and then I like to add this stuff on. This is argan oil, so it just helps hydrate my skin. I very, very rarely put oil on my face unless it's like really dry. It usually doesn't need it once I dry brush and exfoliate and stuff. But my legs, I've been putting this on my legs and my arms sometimes. And I also added some secret ingredients to it because if anyone's ever used argan oil, you know that it kind of smells like a dumpster a little bit. Like it stinks. Like it smells kind of like the dump on a hot day. And so I usually add lavender and tea tree and like lemongrass because all three of those are antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial. Yeah, three. And then Dr. Greger also has a study about tea tree and lavender used, and it can reduce hair growth. So my legs are very hairy and so are my arms. I used to shave my arms. I don't know if you can see all that arm hair on there, but it gets better if I tan. But that's the status of my arm hair. I'm okay with it now. I don't mind it as much as I used to when I was younger. But I wouldn't mind less of it. So I apply this stuff on there probably like once a week when I remember and when I need to, like if my skin's dry and stuff. I should probably apply it more, but the study was over a period of like 6 months to a year and reducing hair growth. So it wasn't like an extreme, like, oh, it's gone. It was there, now it's gone. But it's just, I like the scent, and sometimes I add like jasmine essential oil to it too, because that's jasmine essential oil is like one of my favorite scents. I don't like tea tree at all, and I like lavender, but it's not one of my favorite ones. It's kind of a very calming one. It's supposed to also reduce depression and anxiety, just smelling it. So I like that. And I don't like the smell of lemongrass very much. It's very, very overpowering. So the mixture, I should actually mention, the amount that I put in is like in a bottle this size, it's like 10 to 20 drops of the lavender and tea tree, and then like 2 drops of lemongrass. It's pretty much all I can handle. But it's a good one. I like the scent of it, but it's just it'll overpower things very, very quickly, if you're mixing the scents. Another thing I wanted to mention is to not just go and add any essential oil to anything and to put it on your skin or take it internally. They're very strong. And a lot of essential oils, like I know rose essential oils, it takes like 1,000 petals to make 1 drop of essential oil. So it's very concentrated. And some of those can be damaging to our bodies, or you have to be careful to not like harm your body, especially if you're pregnant. There are certain ones that can cause contractions, so really look into all that before. And also any citrus oils. I don't add citrus oils to ones that I put on my skin because it can increase the rate that your skin absorbs the sunlight, so it can cause sun damage more easily. So I pretty much stay away from all of those. And there are other oils that can block sun, so raspberry seed oil is one that I'm thinking of right now, and I think carrot seed oil, that's the orange one. I've never bought any of those, but also avocado oil, and there's a couple others that have pretty high SPFs, but raspberry seed oil is like 30 SPF, so that one's a really cool one to add onto your skin. I chose argan oil just because it has a high amount of vitamin E, and I also like grapeseed oil for that purpose. And I think jojoba is another good one. But they're all just really, like if your skin needs hydration, this stuff will help. So I do that. I don't know, like maybe 2 times a week, or I should try to do more, but I add that onto my legs and my arms and stuff, and anywhere that I don't want hair. And then my very last and my favorite thing to do for my skin is, well, I already mentioned this, but it was in my what to give as a gift idea. I love my Rosewater. This stuff is it's so calming and relaxing, and I love to use it as a face toner. I put it in my hair a little bit sometimes. I like to just mainly put it on my skin because it's an anti-inflammatory. It's supposed to help reduce oil, and let's see, there was one other, it does a lot of stuff, more than just that too. There was one other thing that I wanted to mention, but now I can't remember, sorry. I was going to write all this stuff down, but maybe I'll remember it in a minute. But feels really nice on your skin. Yeah, it can reduce redness because of the anti-inflammatory effect. But there was something else that it did that was really good. Now I want to go and check. Well, Rosewater, I'll post it down below. I'll post what it does. But it's just really nice. It's a really good toner. Yeah, I really want to know what it does now. But I'll post it down below. That's embarrassing. I didn't get enough sleep, so I need to, like, my brain is not remembering things the way it should be, because yeah. Anyways, I do this, and then that's pretty much all I do for my skincare routine, and this is the only thing that I've been doing daily. It makes my skin just feel so soft and nice, and I really like that. Yeah, it helps it heal too, so it's good. Okay, I'll post down below what else it does, but post any questions or comments. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and I'll be posting more content soon.